It wasn't until he saw his parents hosting a birthday party for their adopted son at an upscale hotel. The young man realized that his poor parents were actually the richest people in the country. Even his critically ill father had been faking his illness. To raise the $500,000 needed for his father's surgery, the young man gave up the opportunity to study abroad. He toiled away at construction sites, carrying bricks to earn money. He even knelt before the contractor to borrow money. Even so, he was still far short of the $500,000 needed for the surgery. The young man had no choice but to donate his toenails. Then he gave the money he had scraped together to his father. His father, curious about where the young man had gotten the money, asked him to explain. The young man assured him that the money had not been stolen, so that his father could undergo the surgery in peace. Suddenly, the young man's foot began to hurt and he could barely stand, but he still did not reveal the truth. He lied that he had been overworked lately and felt a bit unwell. The father was instantly filled with guilt toward his son, yet the young man said it was all something he should have done. As long as his father could rest and recover, he was willing to do anything. After saying this, he went back to the hotel to work as a waiter and earn money. After their son left, the woman complained that her husband had been too strict with their son. He was already 20 years old, and they had never once celebrated his birthday with him. The man said it was all for their son's own good. Celebrating his birthday would only weaken his will. Then the man remembered that today was their adopted son's birthday. He arranged a birthday banquet for the adopted son at the hotel. He told his wife to prepare a gift quickly so they could present it together later. Coincidentally, this hotel was exactly where their son worked. Soon, the parents had changed into formal clothes and arrived at the hotel with their adopted son. The young man also came to the entrance with the group to line up and greet them. Because he kept his head down, he did not recognize his own parents. Before long, the manager ran over and told him that the richest family's adopted son needed him to serve in the banquet hall. He followed the manager into the banquet hall. He happened to see his parents happily singing happy birthday to the adopted son. It was only then that he realized his parents were actually the richest people in the country. He deliberately called his mother to ask where she was. To his surprise, his mother said she was at the hospital caring for his father. The young man didn't understand why his parents had lied to him. When he heard his father say they were doing it to toughen him up, he felt very sad of heart, because he never needed such hardship in life, and he hadn't even been given the chance to refuse. Over the years, his parents had poured all their care and love into their adopted son. Every year they not only threw a birthday banquet for the adopted son, but also gave him expensive birthday gifts. When the adopted son received a multi-million-dollar luxury car from his mother, he took off his watch that he had worn for 5 years and handed it to his mother, asking her to give the watch to the young man. Seeing this, the young man finally understood. All the birthday gifts his mother had given him every year were just second-hand toys the adopted son had grown tired of. His mother even lied that their family was too poor, so they could only buy second-hand toys. The young man had never complained, but upon learning the truth, he felt deeply hurt. Although his father said it was to toughen him up, in his heart, he could only feel that his parents did not love him. At that moment, the adopted son called the young man over to serve them. From their conversation, the young man learned that his father's brain tumor was a sham, and the purpose had only been to test whether he could raise $500,000. His father was satisfied with this test result, but completely ignored the young man's capacity to bear it. They did not know that the young man had donated his toenails to raise the